Hey, Dale.
Hey, America, we're back. Power to Thrive. We're going strong here on a Sunday. America, we like to welcome us into your home. We good people. We enjoy your company. Go to that bottom column, hit that like button, America. Come on and subscribe to us. Teresa, what are we going to talk about today?
You know
Sports?
what? I was thinking about sports, like high school sports, or the activities that these kids are in. And one, before we even get started, I wanted to say congratulations to my grandson. He, in high school, if you're playing basketball, their goal is to hit 1,000 points plus. So he just hit his 1,000 point. He has over 1,000 points now, but he's only the third person in the history of their school to do that. So I want to send out a big congratulations to my Tice. Good job, baby. Anyway, so if you guys know who I'm talking about, say congratulations to Tice. Okay. But the thing about sports, Dale, we we played sports when we were in school. I mean, first I started being a cheerleader, then I wanted to get into uh basketball and run track. I wanted to do it all. So football season, I was a cheerleader. Then, basketball season, I was still cheerleader. I would cheer for the boys, but I would get out there and play. And then there was track. And we were always active. And we had all the sports. Kids are more specialized now in some of the larger schools, the larger school districts. They just choose one sport. I guess maybe it's so demanding with their classes and everything. But, you know, I applaud all athletes because um, physically, it's very demanding in any sport. And I'm not saying you could be in a band, you could be just in choir, all that is good just to be involved in something. But particularly today, I'm talking about active sports. With all the things that try to sidetrack these kids, I commend those kids that use their physical bodies. Oh, I lost Dale. Um, I gotta hold this recording clip. I lost Dale. Oh, he's coming back. I don't know what we're gonna do with this.
We'll edit out that part.
Ask to unmute, unmute, unmute.
There he is.
What happened?
I don't know.
It
So
just froze up.
I know.
Let's continue where you were.
Well, let's just continue where we were because I'll cut it out.
Okay.
But like I was saying, I commend these kids who have the physical ability to keep up with everything. I mean, to participate with everything that try to sidetrack these children. I really commend them. And like I said, I'm not knocking any other activity. Theater, all of it. I think is just great to be involved in doing something. But today I'm more in touch with the physical aspects of it. So I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story about this one right here, Dale. Go way on back. When we were at a track meet at our high school, and Dale, you already know. Dale decides he's going to run a leg of the 4x4. And I don't think he ever did it before. So I remember I was sitting in the stands between sports and thinking, what, why is Dale lined up? What? I said, is he running a 4x4? And I was telling my friends and my sister, everybody said, "Oh, everybody, come on, let's cheer on Dale." And y'all, he took off like he was running 100. So he took off so fast. And he held it for quite a while. And he came past that. He got to about like the 300. Dale, you make it to about the 300 meter. And
And
then
listen,
he started to slow down. And it was hilarious. Everybody that he had passed was catching up. And he kept turning around. Like, you're never supposed to be turning around, looking back. And he kept turning around. And I was saying, come on, Dale, you get through it. Everybody was saying, Dale, come on. And then he was, the first person was about to catch him. And he looked back, all of a sudden, he grabbed his hamstring. Like, Oh my God, I got a cramp, I got a cramp, I got a cramp. And he hobbled on off. And we said, what happened to him? You know, and everybody else finished the race. And later he told me he wasn't about to let people catch him because
Man, let me
nobody
tell
would
you
have stopped
something.
talking. Huh?
I ran out of gas. And the only thing I could think of, I said to myself, well, you have to pull a muscle. So I fall down and all this mess. And when I get
Oh,
over
it
to the
was
sideline,
theatrical. It was
my coach, come over and said, that's piss poor, Campbell. He said, that's piss poor, Campbell.
because Dale, I don't even think you went
I didn't care.
across to give it to the second person. I mean, what was you, the third leg? Or
Third
what?
leg, man. I said, you know
And
what?
so
I'll
they
never
couldn't
do it
finish the
again.
race. It was ridiculous. That's why your coach said that. you
He
know,
said, piss poor, Campbell. I said, okay.
I've seen
All
in
right, but
track.
listen, I got
Yeah.
a question here about Tice.
Uh-huh.
Do we have a reel where people can go and see some of the stuff he's been doing or not?
Yeah. If they go to I think maybe on X and on Instagram
Mm-hmm.
to let me see. Uh let me
So
see.
they could follow him and check him out and
Yeah, they can follow Tice.
see
It's
what he's
just like
working with.
it's Tice, Tyce, and in parentheses, it's like a TYB with a broken heart, and then Blodgett. So Tice, or if you just put Tice Blodgett, and that's Blodgett with one T, Blodgett, and it's Tice, Tyce. You guys can pick him up and see what he's been doing. He has lots of videos. You know, his older brother led the way. Kai, he was really good also. So yeah, go check out Tice, and I think you'll enjoy it. And Adele, we were talking about people getting out of gas, running out of gas. Um, Brittany's friend, I'm not gonna call name because she know who she is. She decided to do that. She decided to run on the 400, and I
Mhm.
think she took somebody's place that day. And we were all here. I am all these years later, and now I'm a mom. I'm thinking, what is she about to do? Is she lined up for the 400? And for the 4x4? And she did. I thought about you that day because she did the exact same. I mean, she took off like lightning. And I'm like, oh boy, I already know what's going to happen. And
Uh,
she ran out of gas. If you're
yeah.
not trained for that race, it is a sprint now, but if you're not
Hmm.
trained for it, you just can't. It's really hard to pull off unless
No.
you've got some kind of really big energy,
You gotta good stamina to
and
be able to just go and
yeah.
do it.
And so she did the same thing. And later I told her, okay, I'm gonna tell you about my cousin Dale. And so we laughed. But Dale, I know that you've been going on the weekends and you haven't posted them yet, but you've been showing kids extra getting a workout on the weekend, a general workout that will help them in any sport. And sometimes they have a big little crew out there, and our other cousin is actually their trainer, and I really commend him for spending a lot of time working with his kids. And he also has what is his website, Dale?
Um, it's on TikTok and it's something fitness. But anyway,
We'll get
all
that to
the
you later.
all
Yeah.
of the exercise episodes that I have, it's going to be on the Power to Thrive workouts.
Oh, so Dale has an extension of Power to Thrive workouts, and he will be posting these workouts. It's just encouraging, to see kids actually being dedicated, committed, determined, and doing, because we want to feature happy things, also.
Well, Teresa, but not just the kids.
We
These
have
obese
adults
people.
doing it. Yeah.
You listen. You got to get off that couch, especially if you're a bad eater.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you this: you sit here and you watch these damn commercials tell you to lose all this weight take these shots and all this treatment. So just let me say this real quick.
Go ahead.
The side effects is just you wouldn't believe it. What's gonna happen is you're gonna take them damn shots. You're gonna wake up with morning. You're gonna have two paired lips. Then what you gonna do then? Huh? And that's what's
I
gonna
don't
happen.
know.
So the best thing to do is come watch this channel and join us. Exercise is your best friend.
And I
That's
seen
all
it.
I have for tonight.
I've seen some of it, and it's really good. And it's motivating because even if you start and start a little bit, you can't go out there and just give it all you got. I mean, start little bit by little bit, and as you get stronger, it will affect your whole body. These bodies were made to be in motion. So just sitting down and doing it's not helping us, especially as we age. We gotta move. And some of these
Get off the
typical
couch.
diseases that we get, and we always I'm a big one on diabetes, especially type 2, can turn that around, people. That can be turned around with discipline, like Dale said, watching what you eat, caring about what you eat. We've got to start caring about what does this do for my body. Now, no matter what we do, and how good we try to take care of ourselves. Yes, we are all susceptible to these diseases, but not as much. And we can fight as much as we can. But if something happens to us, at least we thought we were doing the best we can. And a lot of people don't even understand what a good diet, what a healthy diet is. Yeah, I'm telling you something. I go left sometimes and then I get myself back on track because sometimes you just want to eat something that's good and think, oh, I just, I miss that. I want some ice cream. I want cake. I want pie. I want all this stuff. That's fine. Everyone, that's fine, but not every day or every other day. Dale was asking about sugar. Why do these carbs become sugar? And it's in Cliff's book. Plant-based, and everybody can still get that book. But again, he has a new book out that's called two new books. Again, the book you could, it's like the Bible, and the other book is Hello Health. It's like the quick guide to that, so you something you can get quick. As a matter of fact, Dale, hold on, let me just pull these out. Okay, remember, y'all, plant-based by Cliff L. Blodgett. I'm going to tell you something. This is a really, really good book. And I'm not saying it because the guy's my husband, because, Dale, I'm not going to just be giving credit because he's my husband. No. Then his newest one is Hello Health, Goodbye Diets. You see, this woman's here. She's on the couch. Like I said, we need to move. And she breaks loose. And here, back here, honey, she got herself a little man now. Look at that. But anyway, this is a quick guide to most of your answers. And then Cliff also has, and all these are promotionals I'm showing you, his novel, I Am Nightingale. I really enjoyed this book. And so, check them out. But let me ask Cliff, see, he's over here. Cliff, why do your starches turn into sugar?
Starches turn into sugar?
Yeah. Let me borrow Cliff for a minute. You don't have to get on camera if you don't want to. Do you want to? Come on.
No, I can.
Okay, come on.
I can.
Get down here. You can get back up.
There we go. Hey, everybody.
Dale, here he is.
So starches turn to sugar. Okay, so starches are a form of carbohydrate. So in itself, you have to figure out whether it's refined starch or refined carbohydrate or natural plant-based carbohydrate. Your body is made for, like, if you eat a potato, if you just boil a potato and you start eating it, not deep fried, French fries, any of that, you just boil a potato or you bake a potato and you don't put all kinds of sour cream and all that crap on it, and you're just going to sit there and bake the potato and eat the potato, that's natural starch, which is a form of natural carbohydrate. That's what your body is designed for. And so when you eat that, your body doesn't instantly convert that into sugar. It has to work. It has to do the digestion to get it to turn into sugar. And so complex means that that carbohydrate is interlocked together and your body has to spend time to break it down. It doesn't instantly turn into sugar the second you eat it. So,
I noticed Cliff doesn't have his wedding ring on. I always tell him about this.
okay.
But I know
So,
you weren't expecting to get on here.
okay. And so if you got, you could.
Okay. In a few days, on the 31st, Cliff and I will be married 43 years. Yay. But anyway,
Fair enough.
okay, continue.
Okay, so the simple carbohydrate, that's where they take the potatoes in a factory and then they make potato powder out of it. And later you have powdered potatoes or they use it in a food product. And that type of potato where they've broken it down with big machines, it's like they're pre-digesting it. And so that becomes a simple carbohydrate. And when you have like potato flour and you make bread out of it, potato bread, that's a simple carbohydrate. And when your body gets that, there's nothing left for your stomach to do. It just directly metabolizes straight into sugar in your bloodstream within like a minute or two.
And that's not good.
Right. And that's no good because your body's wasn't designed for that. That does not occur naturally. So it just jacks your body up when you do that, when you go and consume these simple carbohydrates. And so any form of sugar, like when you have sugar added or you buy a bag of sugar, sugar as it naturally occurs from a sugar beet plant, those sugars are a lot of work. I mean, you ever seen a sugar beet? I mean, if you tried to chew one, you'd have a lot of chewing to do to get the sugar out. And then once you chew it, once you swallow it, your body still has a lot of digestion. That's a natural thing. But when they take the sugar beet and they take it into a factory and they boil it and they pulp it and do all that stuff to it, and then you get the granulated sugar out of it, then that's refined sugar because they've already done the refinement process. When you eat that, there's nothing left to do and your body just goes straight into your bloodstream. And that's what you don't want because then that causes diabetes and all these other problems. So that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Got it?
Thank you, Cliff.
Okay.
Okay.
But we're running out of time.
Okay, so that's Dale's answer to, the question. And I said I go left sometimes, but I don't think I think I should have went that way. Anyway, I do know my right from left. But okay, again, we were just going to contribute this to to all the people and our young kids that are active and taking care of themselves. Because if you are active, even before your diet, you're still helping yourself. Add that diet to it. You're moving on. And we want the young kids to do it too, because nowadays, Dale, these kids have the same, more and more young people are getting sick. And so, I mean, I know it was
We're out of time,
complicated,
America.
But get the book.
We are out of time. Before we go, I'd like to say, America, go to Power to Thrive workouts. And that's where you'll find me, the kids, and elderly people as well. Not just kids, but we all need to get out. I'm going to tell you that. Whether it's cool outside or not sometimes, you have to get out and let your body get some sun. Stretch. I mean, you just have no idea how long you last if you get out and do that for 5 or 10 minutes every other day, whatever. So anyway, America, we enjoyed you tonight. Go to the button at the bottom, hit subscribe button. Tell us if you like the channel or not. America, have a good night. We'll see you soon.
Bye.